right, here's a mini lesson on how we are teaching the fourth grade students to read decimals. All right, as we know, a decimal number is going to be comprised of a whole number, and that may be 0, but then it's going to have smaller pieces that are tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. Okay. Let's make up a number. Let's put a 7. Let's get a better marker. Let's put a 7, a 0, and a 3. All right. The rule is first you say the name as if there is no dot. All right, so we're talking about this. First you say the name as if there is no dot. That name, if you had to read that by itself, you would say 703. Great. First you read the name as if there is no dot. 703. Then you say the name of the last place value spot. And I just saw an arrow. An error. All right. First you say the name as if there is no dot. 703. Then you say the name of the last place value spot. Thousandths. So the 3 is the last place value spot. That is in the thousandths. That means 703 thousandths. That's how you'd read this number. Yeah, that means that if a whole were divided into 1,000 pieces, 703 of them would be how much of the whole was left. So 700 out of 1,000, that's close to a whole, you know. Let's say that we had the number 4. All right. First you say the name. Well, that name is called 24. Right? Because we already learned that that's the same thing. 08 is the same thing, whoopsie, as 08 is the same thing as 8, right? They all equal each other. So that is 24. This is going to be key when we go the reverse and try to write the decimal from just the name. That's a bit of a harder concept. So this would be 24. What's the name of the last place value spot? Thousandths. All right. Well, what if we have this? 2, 1. Well, first we say the name as if there were no dot. So this name is 21. We would write 21. And what's the last place value spot? Hundredths. So you would say 21 hundredths. Now let's look at this. 2, 1, 0. All right. This does get confusing for kids. You and I know that this number, 0.21, is the same amount as 0.210. But these two numbers are actually read differently. They have different names, same exact amount. This is, of course, 21 hundredths, because that's the last place value. This is 210 thousandths. Okay? Two different names. Technically, if you read this as 21 hundredths, you'd be incorrect in the name of this decimal. Yeah, the value is the same. 21 hundredths is equivalent to 210 thousandths, but they're different names. All right, here's an extra bonus mini lesson that you can ignore or listen to. When the decimal is written out to here, you are saying that this number is precise all the way out to the thousandths place, okay? This number, because it doesn't list how much is here, is saying that this number is precise out only to the hundredth spot, all right? It's saying, in other words, that, yeah, there might be some more digits, But if there are, they were rounded to the 1. They were rounded to the 10th spot. I mean the 100th spot. See, I leave these errors in because it's fun to see the teacher make mistakes, right? I'm going with that. At least it's fun for me. And this one is saying that, yeah, this is legit. This number is precise to the 1000th spot. That means it was rounded to this. So even if there are more digits, this digit here was a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4. All right, that was your extra bonus mini lesson. You can take or throw it away. See you later. And later means now we'll learn how to write the decimals.